Why do some of my plains coreopsis flowers look like this? The plants are healthy, but 4 of the flowers look like hamburgers. This is Christopher from St. Augustine, Florida.
So this condition is called fasciation.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, may try to, kind of go directly to a disease or an insect or, what is causing this. But in this particular situation, fasciation is just a natural mutation.
Yeah.
It's just occurring naturally on its own. And essentially what's going on here is the growth point in that plant, the meristem, as it's developing, just can become elongated. It can become flattened, distorted. We use a lot of different terms to kind of describe this look that is happening with fasciation. Sometimes we'll see fusion between 2 blooms.
Okay.
So it'll look like the head of a bloom is, connected, and then ray petals along the edges. Sometimes we'll see like a ribboning effect, right? And then other times, like in this picture, we saw that flattening
real flat.
of the meristem of that cone. So it can look a lot of different ways, but it is a pretty unique, occurrence in nature. It's not hurting that plant. Had this been caused by astrellas, which I feel like is something a lot of people might have like migrated towards as a cause, we would need to rub that plant out, because that can be spread, vectored through insects to other plants. But that is not what this is. So it's just fasciation. It's a cool, unique occurrence. Enjoy it and tell your friends about it.
No, I think it's pretty cool. It's just one of those oddities in nature, right?
Yes.
I would adore it. I think it's pretty cool. You have something that you can actually show people and be like, guess what? This is growing in my garden. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
And I've
cool.
seen it in tomatoes. There are certain tomato varieties that have what are called super blooms.
Yeah.
So, it's the same thing as several flowers that have grown together. And it creates usually a large cat-faced tomato. But it's just kind of cool.
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So yeah, thank you for that picture.
For that
That's pretty
hamburger
nice.
flower.
Yeah, the hamburger
hamburger
flower.
flower.
Hey, you might have a new flower. How about that?